In Chapter 10, A Fire Purpose, our friends wake to discover Erland missing, but was last seen leaving the inn with Robert in the middle of the night. A note from Erland reaches our friends, warning them that Lauren's house is burned down, and Polnick suspects the party.
But do you know what might have happened? What if somebody triggered the door that had the spell on it that would make it explode?
That's true.
Alright, if we can stealthily take a look, I think we should go.
Beezaura wakes at Fable's Repose to a crowd of volunteer firefighters seeking respite from clearing out the rubble that once was Lauren's home. There, Beezaura meets the head of the fire brigade, Jaiwa.
No cause yet.
I think it was intentional, if that's what you're asking.
Interesting.
What sort of skills did you say you had, Beezaura?
Jaiwa needs assistance from members outside of the law with interrogating Carradine, the Gentle Void member that's been terrorizing Orange Chupa. Safira, Beezaura, Graven, and Orba offer their skills, and in exchange, Jaiwa will help convince Polnick of our friend's innocence, since they share a special kind of history.
But I'll tell you right away, he was my ex-husband, alright? So, it's fine. I do love him, but it doesn't matter, and I can tell him to shut the fuck up and stop bothering you guys.
Jaiwa leads the party to Carradine's hangout spot in Brick Rock, and our friends storm the room, killing 2 men and knocking out Carradine. By using whatever means necessary, Jaiwa interrogates Carradine in her home.
Carradine.
Mm-hmm.
Those wounds aren't looking very good.
No.
They could help you. And I have no intention of helping you unless you give me some answers. Why would you want to blow up all of those valuable things in their basement?
Valuable things?
Well, you weren't storing, I don't know, cheese in the bottom. I don't think the Gentle Void deals in dairy products.
As Carradine resists some medium-level torture tactics and a couple charm person attempts, our friends lose patience for Jaiwa's rogue determination and leave her with her prisoner.
You blasted him. You didn't even give them time to have a conversation. There was no investigation. There was no warrant for his arrest. What you did was wrong. And I'm mortified that I helped you with it.
Meanwhile, Erland wakes to find himself in the hands of the healer Michael Ainsley, who informs Erland that he was dropped off at Touch and Go last night after being poisoned. Erland is determined to do any task for Michael in exchange for a chess piece, the price that it will cost for he and his companions to leave the city safely.
The Goliath came to me with a wound that I think studying it would be beneficial to my practice. And if I would be allowed, with his permission, to study the wound, perhaps we could make an arrangement.
I'll see what I can do. I'll try and track down this Goliath. There's no way you could give me the piece beforehand.
Definitely not.
Erland rushes off to Fable's Repose in the hopes of meeting his companions, as well as Samuel Precus. Having just stormed out of Jaiwa's home, our friends find him first.
I think we should go rescue Jillian.
I agree. At this very moment, or?
Today at 3 p.m., yes. Robert can no longer help us.
Okay.
Polnick seems to be after us.
Yes.
I think we ought to leave Orange Chupa. I know that you, like I, would like to rescue Jillian. I also know that you want to go to Navikapura. And Robert and rescuing Jillian brings us rather close to Navikapura.
With a departure time from Orange Chupa suddenly set, Orba agrees to help Beezaura with her chess piece task, while Graven and Erland go to meet Michael for a different chess piece.
Would you like to leave this town safely?
Yes.
Excellent. We need a chess piece.
Michael has one.
Michael has one.
What does Michael want?
He wants to study you. I will leave the room.
Study
He
me.
wants to study you. And then we leave safely. Goliath. I'm not interested in rotting in a jail cell.
Graven begrudgingly agrees to hear Michael's offer, but curbs Erland outside the healer's shop.
And that's where we're gonna cap it this evening.
Will our friends be able to accomplish everything before the clock strikes 3? Will Erland confide in his companions about his eventful evening? What are the odds that a road trip will lead to some superior bonding between our friends? Find out next time at Tabletop Notch.